Welcome, my friends. Jon Weberg here, and today I unfortunately have some bad news, some very sad news about one of the greatest speakers from stage, a man who's a complete inspiration to literally millions of people. He was considered a therapist, he was a self-help leader, he was a thought leader. He was an incredible person who cared deeply about people. And there's a lesson that I'm about to share with you after I give you some more information about him. A message that I really hope you think about. I really hope you implement into your own lives, because it's something that he wished for so many people. He wanted to impact millions, and he did. He did an absolutely incredible job. And today I just wanted to take some time to talk about him and a lesson you can take home from his passing. And my deepest sympathies to his family and to those who were close to him. And today we are talking about Stephenson, who was an absolutely, again, I can't say how impactful and important this person was to the world. He was one of the people who we all wish would have kept on living so much longer. He died, from what I've read and from what I've seen. He got a concussion. It was an issue with his concussion that he got. He must have suffered some kind of brain damage, or something happened with his concussion, and he passed. It was either last night or the night before. And it's something that you really need to think about. Not him passing, but the message that he was trying to leave and give to people, because it's one that means so much, which is why it was spread to so many different people. And for those of you who don't know who Jon was, he was, like I've already told you, he was a motivational speaker. He was almost like a therapist. He was someone who could reach in you and help you come out. And he inspired people, and he brought them out of their shelves. Because if you look at him and who he was, he had a disease. For those of you who don't know, you can look up his name, but he had a disease where his bones were affected, how tall he was affected, and there's a bunch of other issues. His bone structure itself, he had very brittle bones, and there's a bunch of other issues that his disease left him with. But even though of his appearance, what people may have said because of his appearance, because of him not being able to take care of himself, he was in a wheelchair basically his entire life. He's always had to have people take care of him. Even though with all the things, I really, really want you to look this guy up, Jon Stephenson, and look up more about his story. Watch his videos, watch his messaging, watch everything about him. Because if you look at all of the issues he had going on, which I'm sure he had a lot, especially before he started learning more about himself and discovering himself. Before that, I'm sure he battled a lot of issues in his own head with himself. But you would think someone with the conditions he had, with the excuses he could have been giving for himself, being able to be taken care of by everyone around you, not being able to be understood by a lot of people, and just the battle he went through. If you compare that, and I hate comparing stories, I hate comparing people's stories, but so many of us have so many blessings that we could be thankful for. So many of us have such better bodies. Our bodies aren't in the same shape his was, or whatever the case may be. We have so many things more, I guess you could say, going for us than he had at birth, that he initially had. But on the outside, so many of us have so much more going on for us. And we don't have these disabilities, we don't have these problems, and we can take care of ourselves and all these different things going on. But we give so many excuses on why we don't do shit, on why we don't grow our business, on why we don't try to help others or inspire others or give to others, or why we don't chase our passion, or whatever the case may be. We give ourselves so many excuses. And he was one of those people who, no matter what he had going on, he gave his all. At least from what I've seen, and from what I've read, and from what I've heard from him, he seemed like one of those people you always want to have around you, and that would do something for you, would want to take care of you and see what's wrong with you. And he seemed like someone who actually cared about other people. In this day and age, it seems like so many people don't care about themselves, don't care about other people, and are so caught up in their own heads and about their appearance and about everything about themselves They don't think about helping the world. They don't think about what they do have, what they can be thankful for, and the blessings that they can count, that they can be appreciative for and help the world with and give to the world with. It's disappointing, and I do it myself. I wish I was better myself in these aspects, because whether it's with your family, whether it's with your kids, whether it's with your job, your business, whatever the case may be, we often, almost all the time, don't give our all. We don't give our all to it. There's some part of our life that we're missing, which of course we should always work on, but we give so many excuses for it. People like him, I look at people like him, people with disabilities, people who don't get handed a great card straight out of life. They get handed a bad deal. But yet they make so much out of their lives, and they impact so many different and so many people that it doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever what they were given, because they created an entire world. They created their own reality. Even though all these terrible things have happened to them, even with all these disabilities and all these things going on, they created their own incredible world, their own reality, and impacted millions of people. So with that, I ask you to ask yourself, and I can ask myself this too, is what excuses are we giving to why we're not doing what we should be doing, why we're not taking care of ourselves, why we don't believe in ourselves, why we don't have more confidence in ourselves, why we don't try to help and give to other people more, why we aren't understanding, and all these different things. Just please think about those things, and please look up on YouTube, on Google, his messaging and what he stood for, because I know for a fact it is going to impact you, it's going to help you become a better, more whole person. And really, I just want to give, the utmost respect to him, his family, his messaging, and everything he's done, because he's been an absolutely incredible person who's impacted this world more than 99.99% of other people on the planet. And he could have not done any of this. He could have given up. He could have decided to quit. He could have felt bad for himself. He could have done all these different things, but instead, he inspired the world, and he gave to the world everything he had. He left the world a 10 times better place because he was in it. So thank you to Sean. Thank you guys for watching. And be your best. Do your best. And have an absolutely amazing and incredible day. And please go look up more information about him. Go watch his videos, because he's an amazing person that everyone should learn from.